The untold truth inside the forbidden supercar collection of Monaco's elite women. What if the most extraordinary car collection in the world is one you will never see advertised, never find in a magazine, and never stumble across at a public motor show? What if it exists behind climate-controlled doors in a city so small you could walk across it in 20 minutes, guarded not by alarm systems or security codes, but by something far more effective? Absolute secrecy and the unspoken agreement of a circle so exclusive that membership itself is never discussed? Today, you are about to step inside a world that Monaco's elite women have never opened to the public. A world of forbidden machines, invisible collections, and supercars so rare that most people who consider themselves car experts have never seen one in person. And once you understand what these women own and why they choose to keep it hidden, you will understand something about power that no business school has ever taught. Monaco has always been a city of visible wealth. The supercars on Casino Square, the yachts in the port, the couture on the terraces of the Hôtel de Paris. These are the things that tourists photograph and the internet endlessly recirculates. But what Monaco's most sophisticated insiders understand, and what its elite women have mastered completely, is that the truly significant collection is never the one on display. The cars parked outside the casino are the ones meant to be seen. The real collections, the ones that represent the deepest levels of taste, investment, and strategic identity, are stored somewhere else entirely. In private underground garages beneath cliff-face estates, in temperature-regulated rooms inside properties that appear on no public listing, in facilities so discreet that even the service technicians who maintain the cars arrive through separate entrances and sign agreements that go far beyond standard confidentiality. The public sees the surface. The collection underneath it is a different conversation entirely. What does it actually mean to own a forbidden supercar in Monaco's elite women's world? It begins with access that money alone cannot purchase. Consider the Bugatti Mistral, a roadster produced in only 99 units worldwide, each sold for $5 million before a single prototype was publicly revealed. The women in Monaco's highest circle who secured one did not walk into a showroom. They received a private call from a Bugatti relationship manager who had known them for years, who understood their collection, their taste, and the level of discretion they expected. The transaction happened quietly, the delivery happened privately, and the car entered a collection that the outside world may never know exists. This is the fundamental difference between wealth and influence. Wealth can buy a supercar. Influence determines which supercars you're even offered. Then there are the commissions, the cars that exist in quantities of one, built through years of private collaboration between a collector and a manufacturer, whose name most people recognize, but whose coach building department operates in near total silence. Rolls-Royce's coach build division, Pagani's Grandi Complicazioni program, Bugatti's Sur Mesure atelier. These are not ordering experiences, they are relationships. A woman in Monaco's inner circle who approaches one of these programs is not selecting from a menu of options. She is beginning a conversation that will last 3, sometimes 4 years, during which every surface, every material, every mechanical specification, and every detail visible only to the owner herself will be debated, refined, and ultimately realized in a machine that carries her identity at the molecular level. The car that emerges is not a product, it is a portrait. And portraits of this intimacy are never hung in public galleries. What makes the collections of Monaco's elite women genuinely different from those assembled by their male counterparts is the philosophy behind them. In the broader supercar world, collection is often driven by specification, horsepower figures, lap times, production numbers, investment potential. These are the metrics that dominate conversations in the world's most famous private garages. But the women who have built the truly forbidden collections in Monaco operate from an entirely different set of values. Their acquisitions are driven by narrative, by the story a car carries, by its position in the history of automotive design, and by the emotional resonance it creates in the specific moment she decides to drive it. A Porsche 918. Spider selected not because it is the fastest hybrid ever produced, but because its development story mirrors a personal chapter in her own life. A Ferrari 250 GTO, acquired not as a financial instrument, a car that has sold for over $70 million at auction. But because her family's connection to the Scuderia stretches back to the 1960s, and the car is a piece of shared memory as much as it is a machine. This is the layer of the collection that remains permanently invisible to anyone outside the relationship. The car has a number, it has specifications, but it has a meaning that belongs entirely to her. The storage facilities themselves deserve their own conversation, because in Monaco, where space is perhaps the most genuinely scarce commodity in the world, the ability to house a serious collection privately is itself a statement of extraordinary position. The underground garages beneath the most prestigious residences in Fontvieille and on the slopes above the port are engineered environments. Humidity-controlled, temperature-regulated, lit with museum-grade precision. Some feature individual display platforms that allow a car to be elevated and rotated for inspection. Others include private lounge spaces, intimate rooms where the owner can sit alone with her machines in complete silence, away from every obligation and every audience. These spaces are not built to impress visitors, because visitors are rarely, if ever, invited. They are built for the owner, for those private hours when a collection is not a social statement, but a personal sanctuary. And then there is the deepest layer of all. The cars that are not stored in Monaco at all, but in secure facilities across Europe and the Middle East, visited seasonally, driven on closed roads arranged through private agreements, and known by name only within the tightest possible circle. A 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 absolute, the one of fewer than 125 ever produced, capable of a theoretical top speed of 330 miles per hour, kept in a facility outside Geneva, and driven twice a year on a stretch of private road in the Swiss mountains. A one-of-one McLaren Solus GT, developed originally as a virtual racing machine brought into physical existence, stored in Abu Dhabi and transported to Monaco by private freight for a single appearance during Grand Prix week before disappearing again. These cars exist in the public consciousness only as specifications and photographs. In the private world of Monaco's elite women, they exist as experiences, as moments, as the most concentrated form of freedom available to someone whose entire life operates inside the highest levels of public scrutiny. 𝐶𝐿𝐭, what the world sees of Monaco's elite women and their relationship with supercars is a fraction of the truth, and a carefully curated fraction at that. The cars outside the casino are chosen for the message they send. The cars inside the private garages are chosen for the truth they carry. And the most forbidden collections, the ones assembled across decades and continents with a patience and intentionality that has nothing to do with trend or approval, represents something that Monaco rarely allows the outside world to glimpse. A private self expressed through the most extraordinary machines ever built, maintained in the kind of silence that only the truly powerful can afford to keep. Because in Monaco's inner world, the most important things are never the ones you can see, they are always the ones you are never meant to find. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Inside the Billionaires, because the hidden world behind Monaco's most extraordinary women has layers that go deeper than anyone has ever shown you, and we are only just beginning.